The engines on the Fat Controller's railway have lots of jobs, from pulling passengers to pulling freight. Each job is unique to its own. Tender engines, however, hate one particular job: shunting. Some engines, like Edward, don't mind shunting, but others hate it. Tender engines don't shunt, they would say. We won't shunt like common tank engines. And with engines like Thomas leaving to work on branch lines, tender engines had no choice but to shunt their own trains. The bigger engines did not like this at all. One morning, the Fat Controller arrived at Tinmouth Sheds to give them the news. "I have heard the bigger engines' complaints, and I have news for you," he began. "You should be pleased to know that I have brought a new shunter who will arrive this afternoon." The bigger engines were pleased. "He's newly built, so Edward, I want you to show him the ropes." "What about my branch line, sir?" Edward asked. "I have already taken care of that," the Fat Controller replied, and with that, Edward puffed away. Edward was shunting in the yard when he heard a whistle. "Sounds like the new engine," he thought. A small tank engine puffed in the yard. "Are you the new shunter?" asked Edward. "I think so," replied the engine. "My name is Edward, and welcome to Sodor," Edward peeped. "My name is Benji," replied the new engine. "Nice to meet you, Benji," Edward said. "Shall I begin?" Benji agreed. The two engines were soon busy shunting trucks and coaches in the yard. Edward taught him everything he knew about shunting. Benji was doing his best and reminded him a lot of Thomas. The bigger engines liked Benji. "He's a simple sort of engine. We'll have some fun and order him about." They wheezed at him and caught him by surprise. Edward was cross. "Don't mind them," Edward told Benji. "Do they always do that?" asked Benji. "I'm afraid so," Edward answered. He then thought of an idea. "I have a plan, but you need to keep a secret." He whispered to Benji his idea. "We'll do it tomorrow." The next morning, Gordon and Henry were waiting at the platform for Edward and Benji to shunt their trains. Gordon looked back. "Trucks!" he wheezed angrily. "Silly engine, I should be coupled up to my express coaches, not trucks." "There's been a change of plans," Benji replied back. "Henry will pull the express today," he said. Henry peeped with excitement. "It's about time I pulled the express," he said. Before Gordon could say anything else, the guard blew the whistle and Henry puffed away. Gordon was furious. "I won't pull dirty trucks," he said. The Fat Controller wouldn't be too pleased, puffed Edward. Without another word, Gordon puffed away. Leaving Edward and Benji laughing. When the Fat Controller heard what had happened, he was most upset at the bigger engines. "I'll say it once, and I'll say it again," he began. "This is my railway, and I give the orders. Edward and Benji, I am pleased with your work, but you have caused confusion and delay. If an engine is bossing you around, you come to me. Understood?" The engines understood. From that day on, the bigger engines respected Benji, and Benji respected them. and soon were good friends with each other.